SBR Endurance League. We're at Monza tonight for the first round. We're in the LMP1 cars. Just want to run you through a quick run through of the settings we'll be doing tonight. It is a 60-minute race with a 7-minute qualifying. Tyre wear is ×4, fuel depletion ×4. We have a real grip track edge, so guys will be fighting the car if they go off track. So tyres as well, we have the super soft is the softest tyre that we have tonight, and the hard tyre gives plenty to go for on strategy. And I think there will be different strategies tonight. I think with an hour race some guys will be definitely wanting to be doing a few stops, as we look like we're going into qualifying. So 7 minutes these guys have around Monza GP circuit. I think we have 10 runners tonight, maybe 10 runners. This week we have Monza. Next week we move on to Interlagos at Brazil. Round 3 at Spa, round 4 Sardinia, and finishing off our season at Nürburgring GP. So this is the start, as we see the cars just coming out of the pits, all battling for position on track. Got a few different liveries going on tonight. We're on board with Rossi BC 84. Stu Shelton in the looks like Nardo Grey. Yeah, there's the plain Nardo Grey there for Stu Shelton. Obviously hasn't had time to make one. We have Real Osman in the natural Cadbury's cream egg livery with the 69 number, as he likes to go for. One of many Welshmen in this league. Moz 1978, very quick driver in another chocolate inspired livery. Lee Fitzy must be sponsored by chocolate tonight. We've got Lee Fitzy in the Yorkie livery. Chris Nerve looks like he's going to be the first one to start a lap, maybe. So we'll stay on board with him through the first chicane. Wants a good exit up to Curva Grande. Next we have MMR Luke Mitchell. Quite a strong grid in this league, because I know that Luke is a very quick driver as well. Timmy DG, we'll get that name right. Very nice blue livery there as well. Another very quick driver. Timmy just going through the first chicane. Ooh, just runs it out onto the curb. Gets a good traction out of the corner as he starts his first lap as well. A few guys battling for position behind on track. Real Osman will enjoy the toe off Stu Shelton, but I don't think he wants to be behind him for too long. And as he looks to the inside, avoiding action there from Osman, as Stu Shelton actually goes into the gravel. So bit of a rush job inside these first couple of minutes of qualifying. Guys just trying to find out the track position and trying to get a good space on track to set a decent lap time. I'm going to go back to the guys at the front. So Luke Mitchell so far on a 140.8, whether that is an out lap. So he's closely followed by Timmy. So Timmy, I don't think Timmy will be close enough to get a toe down the straight. Luke Mitchell heading into parabolic, a long sweeping corner. You've got to be patient as he runs the car out wide, a little too wide. He gets a little wiggle. Going to pull it tight across the line to do a benchmark of a 132.7. I don't know if anybody's going to go quicker, as Timmy comes across the line with a 33.1. So close to, you've got the benchmarks in now, so I reckon these guys will be wanting to recover. Ooh, just Timmy gets a couple of wheels on the grass and just goes wide. He managed to get the car turned in. He's actually got a penalty, so this lap looks like it's going to be off for Timmy as we go on board. Why Bahrain is the track guide there. But we'll find out. Very quick cars as the LMP1 cars. Very quick. Go around this track. We've seen Moz in the Snickers livery. SBR logos on the side there. Is he 10th up in this first sector? So far in 3rd place, so he's not that far off Timmy actually, 0.050. So yeah, he'll be looking to recover and get a decent position as well. Let's go on board with Rossi, see how Rossi's doing. The number 62 car. Gets it turned through, yeah, another chocolate livery, Toblerone. Must be diabetic, these guys. Coming down the parabolic, he's got a couple of cars ahead of him. Frowny actually ghosting there, so I don't know if he was getting rid of a penalty. Gets it turned in. 2 guys at the front look like they've come in for a new set of tyres. Look like they're on the super softs. So we've got 2 minutes left of qualifying, so 5 minutes gone. Few lap times set. Rossi comes across the line, 3.8 off with a 1:36.5 is his fastest. Last lap looks like he was on a cool down lap, but we have Frowny in the twirl livery. So Frowny just in front there, go on board. Just maybe giving Rossi a bit of a tour, but he might get in the way depending on the braking zone and who wants to brake where. Just get through there nice. Bit wide, but he gets a good run out of that corner actually. Rossi now has Lee Fitzy behind him. The guys in front, Luke Mitchell still on pole position so far. 1:32.7. Just coming up to a couple of guys in front in that Scar chicane, but he should be okay to get through there. He might actually pick up a toe as we go down this back straight. Looks like he's weaving to get a bit of heat in the tyres. Doesn't feel like this lap is one of his quickest. He's just going, yeah, he's backed it out a bit. He's turned in, looks like he's going to go for this lap now. Timmy coming across the line. Going to another lap. 195 mile an hour there before getting down in second first. Gets the car turned in nice. Wants to upshift to second as he comes out. Yeah, just kill that wheel spin and gets a good exit out the corner. To come through Curva Grande up towards the Roger chicane. Through first sector. Let's see what this time is. Yeah, he's a 10th. Absolute best in the first sector. He gets a nice bit of curve, comes out there, Osman behind him just goes across into the gravel and gets out the way of Luke Mitchell, I think that is behind. So can Timmy take away this pole position from Luke, or is Luke on a quicker lap? Got a couple of guys still improving. See, Rossi's brought his time down to 35.7, Stu Shelton a 34.6, Aussie Rooster is a 34.9. I don't think Aussie's actually done much practice, but Timmy, half a second off in the middle sector, not purple, but he'll be happy with that improvement. As Chris Nerve actually does a 33.5, so yeah, quite close between the top 5. But we have Timmy's on a quicker lap, Luke Mitchell's on a quicker lap. Gonna go back to Timmy though as he comes out of the parabolic chicane. Oh, that was close to using track limits there, but he won't be bothered if it counts. Can he get a 32.4 from Timmy? Luke Mitchell across it. Oh, 32.2, just nicks it. Very close between the guys. Moz is on his final lap as well. Comes into Parabolica, gets it nice and tight towards the curb, runs the car out. See what this time is from Moz. He might actually be in the hunt here. 32.6, so 4/10 between the top 3. Anybody else improving? Chris isn't improving. Lee uses all the track. Oh, that's not an improvement. Osman is in the pits. Stu Shelton's just on a cool down lap. Rossi as well finished. Aussie Rooster's finished. Frowny's finished, yeah. So, round 1 qualifying for the 60-minute race at Monza is MMR Luke Mitchell taking it from Timmy, 2/10. Moz in 3rd with a 0.4, so these guys are going to be quite close at the front, depending on strategy. So 60-minute race ahead of these guys, which will be quite a few laps, and hopefully that they can get these cars right. Got a few different, few Toyotas, a few Audis, a few Porsches. The lights come on. These guys are revving. We want to get a good traction. Who can get the best start? Can Luke Mitchell get the best start, or Timmy might be able to get him off the line? One light. Go. Here we go, and this is round 1, and Osman actually hasn't started. We've got Luke Mitchell getting a great start there from Timmy. Timmy's just closing the gap now. Chris Nerves had a great start as well. These guys go side by side into the first chicane. Luke Mitchell on the outside. Oh, Chris just tries to go for it. Luke Mitchell has to take avoiding action from Timmy there, actually. If they go across the... he gets a half a second penalty for avoiding action. Let's go further behind. Stu Shelton defending from Lee Fitzy. Let's have a look at the guys in front. Luke Mitchell just getting rid of that 2/10 of that penalty there. It's 0.3. Chris Nerve has got Moz behind him, a good driver. Lee Fitzy, good driver behind him. So he'll be looking to stay in this 3rd position. He's got a long race to go. Moz just has a sneak up on the back of him there in the braking zone. Osman managed to get going. Aussie Rooster as well. And Brian's got a bit of damage to the front of his car there. Same as Frowny as well. And I think Stu Shelton's just ghosting a bit there. What's going on with him? But let's go to the guys in front. As we say, Luke Mitchell's getting a great toe off Timmy down this main straight. He's got rid of his penalty. He goes through Parabolica. He's got one more straight before the final chicane. He might look to do it in the braking zone. If he can get this toe down here, he should be in a position to overtake. But Timmy, it's not going to make it easy for him. He'll try and defend the inside. Luke Mitchell isn't close enough, actually. He didn't get a very good run out there. I thought he might have been closer, as Chris Nerve's still got Moz behind him. Lee Fitzy just closing onto them two as well, so we've got 2 guys for 1st, 2 guys for 3rd. Lee Fitzy closing up on the battle for 3rd. Aussie Rooster on his own in 6th. Rossi on his own in 7th. Osman not on his own, as we see Frowny is getting a good toe to go through Curva Grande, almost nose to tail. Frowny pulls out to try and unease Osman. Not close enough to make a move, is he? Oh, Osman gets a good break in there and gets it turned in. Frowny's going to have to wait longer. He's going to have to be patient. Moz, great toe there as well. Purple, as is the 2nd lap, so a few of these guys will be going purple now. We've had the lap off the grid. This is the first flying lap. Luke Mitchell still can't get up just under that 3/10 mark as we go through Parabolica. I think he was this distance before. Timmy runs a bit wide there. Oh, he's actually run too far wide. Now Luke Mitchell sniffs 3rd position. Following down the chicane. Luke Mitchell actually does a 32.7 on that lap. Follow Luke Mitchell. He's going to have to go to the outside. Timmy just covers that off. Great driving by these guys. Chris Nerve, ooh, just holding off Moz, but that's allowed Lee Fitzy to actually get closer now. So lap 3. Once things have seemed to settle down, no they haven't, we go join the front. Luke Mitchell almost all over the back of Timmy there, as Timmy gets a bit of a wobble on and a break and takes a lot of curb. Luke Mitchell is putting the pressure on. Timmy so far seems to be soaking it up well. We are only on lap 3, so strategy is going to come into play at some point. 3-way battle for 3rd as well. Chris Nerve's just... I've never seen Chris race in SBR, so maybe a new driver for this endurance league. Has attracted a few good drivers across from the TT league, which is takes place on Friday nights. We've got Lucas commentating on that. So far looks like that's going to be a good league. Same night as the BTCC and also the Toyota leagues, all on Friday nights, 3 tiers, relegation and promotion. So Timmy and Luke Mitchell. Still coming up the lap, Stu Shelton. I don't know if Stu Shelton's, what's his lap times? It's 1:58, yeah. Stu looks like, I think he's struggling a bit, Stu. He's going to have to give way to these guys. I hope he's seen the blue flag. 2 minutes 39, 1:58. So yeah, he's ghosting a bit. So I think we might actually have lost Stu. I don't know if this is Timmy's not going to be. Timmy's not going to want this if his car unghosts into the chicane. I hope he's seeing the blue. Oh, he goes straight on. Resetting there as well. So let's go back to Timmy. We'll have a look at as these guys come through. Chris Nerve still in 3rd place. Moz still in 4th. Lee Fitzy in 5th. Rooster still there in 6th. Rossi, is he close enough? No, 6 tenths down on him in that last lap as we look at the comparison. Osman 33.7, so Osman's got the move on now. He's got a penalty though. Frowny still at the back here. 0.8 of a penalty for Aussie Rooster. So guys at the front, Lee Fitzy's 34.1, 34.2. He is quicker than Moz on that last lap, but Moz is still stuck behind Chris Nerve. Timmy has nearly a second gap now to Luke. 32.8, so he's quite consistent at the minute, Timmy. Luke's just lost a couple of tenths on him in that last lap. So it seems like the race is starting to settle down at the front. Battle for 3rd place, however, still on. 33.6 for Chris on that last lap. Actually his best lap of the race. Half a tenth quicker than Moz. Lee Fitzy just lost a few tenths to the guys in front as well. So far, top 5 seems to be getting away. Aussie Rooster on his own in 6th. Got a 9.7 second gap in front of Lee and a 3 second gap back to Osman. Osman is closing him down, however. 33.7s the last 2 laps for Osman, compared to Aussie Rooster's 35.1 and 34.3. So that battle might get tasty in a few laps time. So the guys in front again. Timmy just hugging them curves through the Ascara chicane. Actually Luke closed back up a couple of tenths on this lap. Maybe he's had a lap to settle the tyres down and have another go. See how this goes, and then I'll run through the order and just have a look at what tyres everyone's on. See what strategy. I'm guessing most guys will be on the super softs. Just the first race of the championship, everyone wants to see what tyres do which is. Timmy goes quickest and then Luke actually goes a tenth quicker after that. So battle at the front still not over. Chris Nerves managed to pull a little bit of a gap actually, 33.1, so he's not that far off the lead pace. So if he can keep this pace up, he might be able to pull away from Moz. Yeah, 4 tenths quicker on that last lap. And actually Lee was slower than Moz, so these guys have all sort of at a stalemate at the minute, but we'll see what happens as well. That gap between Osman and Aussie Rooster's closed up now. 1.3 seconds that Osman took out with Aussie on that last lap. Nearly 10 minutes into this race and still got a few battles going on. As Luke Mitchell's actually picked up a 0.9 penalty. It happens on this game if you run wide or you put the corner, the game will punish you. As manages to get 0.3 off that time. Back in the tour now, so yeah, run through which tyres everyone's on. So Timmy, a little bit of wear on the super softs, we expect that at this stage from them. Same as Luke, actually. Yeah. Maybe Timmy using the tyres a bit more. He's got a little bit more wear there. Luke's been kinder on the fuel as well. Krishna, yeah, super soft for Moz, super soft for Lee, super soft for Ozzy and Osman, Frowny as well. Rossi, Stu Shelton, yeah, 34.9, so he's actually picked up the pace a little bit on that last lap. 35.1 as well, so he's only a couple of tenths off, as we see Rossi closing in on Frowny. Another battle between two rivals. Ryan gets into the slipstream of Dino. We come down into this first chicane. Don't think he's in a position to have a look on the inside. He might just have a little wave out from the... He does, tries to unsettle Dino. Dino just slows the car down. Go back to third. Yeah, Chris Nerve's starting to settle into a rhythm now. Moz has actually quicker on that slab as well. Used a bit more fuel, so that's the thing with these cars. If you're using the gears a bit more, or you're using a smaller gear in different corners, you will use the fuel more than other drivers. As we see, Lee Fitzy looks like he's the most efficient out of them three so far. Back to the battle at the front, getting quite close once again. Luke just looking for that slipstream down the main straight, 32.6 again. Timmy 33.1, so Timmy quite a slow lap compared to his other laps. Half a second he's lost. Still within the race pace though, still out in front. Just wants to keep. Ozzy Rooster comes into the pit, let's have a look. Quick pit stop from these guys. Quick refuel as well. 38% he was on, let's see how much he puts in. I'm guessing he's going to fill the tank up. So it comes out, yeah, 94%, and he looks like he's put the super softs on again. So back to Luke Mitchell. Says he's put it there for 32.4, but that's been pit, we know that. First stop now from Ozzy Rooster on lap 8. 10 minutes. We are looking at quite a long race. Lots of laps for these guys to try and get a few overtakes done. See, Timmy just manages to pull away a bit down that last sector. These guys come in yet. They'll carry on. Chris Nerve, good job in third place there. Actually got a nice little 2-second cushion now to Moz behind. So if he can keep it consistent, which he has done for the last few laps, Chris Nerve, really consistent lap time. All within half a second of each other. So I think he'll be happy with that. Moz as well, very consistent lap times. Lee behind. Yep, 38.3 is his last lap. Just a tenth off in that first sector. So Frowny, Ozzy Rooster behind him now. After coming out of the pits. He's actually in between that battle between Rossi and Frowny. Oh, he goes wide, trying to get rid of the penalty there. Stu Shelton picked up the pace a bit. Just about getting some laps in and getting used to the car. Still 4 races to go after this, so he won't be too bothered about not picking up any points in this race or being last. Go back to Timmy. Yeah, back into the 32s now, Timmy. So 32.5 is his best lap. Only actually pits. Luke follow him in. No, Luke goes again. So Luke has carried on. So let's jump on board with Luke. sort of lap times Luke can do. He needs to push now. Timmy's going to be on fresh tyres. Rejoined in 5th. So he's got a bit of traffic ahead of him. So he might have to overtake a few people depending on. Looks like he's just coming through Curva Grande. He's got quite a big gap to the car ahead, which is Lee, and they're not moving at a slow pace, so he should be okay. As we see, Luke's just done 33s for the last 2 laps, so maybe he's looking after his tyres, wants to go a bit longer, try a different strategy. Marshall just standing still there watching the car go through the Ascara chicane. Chris Nerve running about the same pace as Luke at the front. 6.6 second gap. Looks like he's settled into a rhythm, has Chris. See if Luke comes in. Yeah, Luke pits from the lead. 23%, so let's go on board with Timmy. Timmy comes through Parabolica. Let's see what happens here. It's going to be close. Whether Timmy's had a good lap or a bad out lap. So Luke to come out the pits just ahead of Timmy actually. It's going to be close as he joins at the chicane. Timmy's on the outside line. Yeah, just gets it done. Brakes late. To be fair, I think Luke give him all the space there. Lee Fitzy in 3rd. See the guys behind section. Quite close between Timmy and Luke still. Luke will chase him through. He has to get a move done now, Luke. Knows he's just come out the pits on tyres, but he only even get a move done. He needs to push Timmy now. This might be the only chance he gets if Timmy settles into a rhythm. He might try and get away again. As he gets a bit of a gap between that sector there. Maybe just the warmer tyres helping Timmy there. Let's go to the front. Chris has actually found himself in the lead. Moz is chasing him down in 2nd now, 32.8 for Moz, so Moz seems to have come alive. Just running out of fuel as well, so Moz setting some decent lap times now as he tries to close the gap to Chris. Not quite sure how long a pit stop is on this track. As you come off Parabolica, straight into the pit entry, as we see Lee come into the pit. 40% left for Lee. He rejoins 90%. Looks like most of these guys have pitted for super softs again, or the ones at least that have pitted. So 1.2 second gap between the 2 guys in front. Moz just manages to pull away from Timmy, I think. Timmy on brand new super softs. Yep, super softs for Lee. Yeah, super soft for all these guys. So that's Stu Shelton in the pits. Quite a quick pace now. He looks the better. Looks to have more pace in the car on these worn tyres. As he's closing in now on Chris. 0.9 the gap. It was 1.5 at the start of this lap. Whether Chris looks to come into the pits on this lap, we'll see. He does, so does Moz. Moz follows him in. Oh, 0% left for Moz. Very close to run out of fuel. Timed it perfectly. We have the 2 guys back in the lead and close together. Looks like it's long stop for Moses. Chris is actually done. as well, so yeah, what was the gap? So it looks like it's at least a 20-second pit stop there for the both of them. As Luke's still got a face full of Timmy. On the brakes later there, Luke manages to close the gap up. Actually gains a penalty on the way as well. He's had a few of them this race, Luke. Timmy just runs wide as well. He's had to live up with this pressure of Luke for 13 laps now. 20 minutes in. Looks like we are heading towards near enough a 40-lap race. Luke just threads the car through the SBR chicane, back on the slipstream of Timmy down this straight. Heading to Parabolica. Nice return in there from Luke. Timmy also has a good line, he's just trying to break that toe. Gap's half a second now. 32 ninths from the pair of them on that last lap, so both matching each other for pace. Chris Nerve on his new tyres, just finished his out lap. Same as Moz. Lee Fitzy hasn't actually managed to gain on these two guys yet. So 14 laps in, pretty much where we were on lap 1. Timmy leading from Luke, Chris Nerve in 3rd, Moz in 4th, Lee Fitzy in 5th, Real Osman after a bad start and not actually getting off the grid as well, finds himself in 6th. Aussie Rooster, I think he's the first guy to pit on lap 8, finds himself in 7th. Frowny on his own in 8th, Rossi 9th. Stu Shelton says he's in 10th there, just behind Rossi, but he's actually a lap down. So yeah, he's setting some good lap times now though, he'll be happy with the pace. Timmy's still ahead of Luke. Again, these two guys pushing the limit. Neither one of them wanting to let up. Luke's putting the pressure on, Timmy seems to be soaking it up well. 32.7 from Timmy, 32.7 from Luke, so right on each other now, matching each other for the last few laps. Luke seems to manage to close the gap in, but he can't seem to get in a position to overtake. These two guys are forcing their way out in front. It's like the 2014 Bahrain Grand Prix with the two Mercedes, they seem to have bolted. As Luke goes purple in the first sector. Timmy will have matched that as well. I think Luke looks the best of the two cars in the first sector. Timmy seems to crawl it back in this middle sector. And then pretty even in the last sector. Actually, Luke gets a great exit out of that corner. I don't think Timmy will be happy with that exit. Luke's going to drive down the inside, coming at the SBR chicane. Still not quite close enough there. Closer than he has been for a while in this race. So he's going to take his opportunity. Chris Nerve still ahead of Moz. These two guys closing up on each other again. As Luke very close this time. I think he might be in a position to overtake if he can get the gearing right coming up this corner. Closes the gap. Timmy hasn't moved to defend yet. Once he makes his move though, that's where he has to stay. That's the line. Actually pulls away in the brake in there. So Lee Fitzy still behind Moz. Osman on his own. Aussie Rooster still on his own. He's got quite a big gap to Rossi. So Brian there. I think Frowny might have pitted because Frowny was in front. Yeah, it looks like he's pitted with 154.4, but could be enough. So Luke Mitchell trying to get the battles down further down the field, but this has been the best battle so far. Again, Timmy moves over to the inside, just covers the line and breaks the toe. Manages to break the gap as well. But Luke Mitchell will try and close in again, as they have done for 16 laps now. Chris. Oh, Chris has had an off. Didn't say that on the footage, but yeah, Moz has found himself in third. And again, Luke Mitchell just trying to get on the back of Timmy now in the 939 numbered car. Close now through Curve Grande. Don't want a Vettel and Alonso moment here. Down into the Roger chicane, Timmy again on the brakes, just managed to get ahead. Line there through that chicane there from Luke. Don't know if he's picked up a penalty or if he's judged that perfectly. Ozzy does another 8-lap stint and then comes into pits. 15% fuel. Does he change to a different set of tyres, or is he going to go super soft again? I think these guys have to use, I'm not sure if they have to use another compound. Pretty sure they do. Not quite sure, I'll have to find out for next week. But yeah, Aussie Rooster comes back out on super softs and full tank of fuel. The guys at the front still. Moz in third. He fits in this match a little bit there. Have a look on the track map, any other battles going on. I think this is the closest battle. Been for however long this race has been on, 27 minutes. Still can't get past Timmy. First round of the championship in the LMP1 cars, or the Group 1 cars as they're known on Gran Turismo. The Monza GP circuit tonight, if you're just joining us. Timmy took first place from Mitchell off the grid, held on to it ever since. Luke's been trying to put the pressure on. We had a stall on the grid from Osman, but he's managed to recover to 6th. Chris Nerve running around in third, just had him off a couple of laps ago, so he finds himself down in 5th with a lot of work to do. But Luke Mitchell trying to get that place back that he lost off the start. It looked like off the start that Luke actually made a pretty good getaway, but second phase of the start it just looked like Timmy got a better run at him. He managed to take the position down the inside of the first chicane. These guys have been matching each other for most of the races. Actually, Timmy does the fastest lap of the race on that last lap at 1:32.4, just beating the lap time that Luke set. Actually, yeah, I think Luke's lap time was very close to that, very similar. But these guys are half a second between them. Luke with a 0.2 of a penalty. Has managed to get rid of the other penalties that he's had during this race, but he won't want to be keeping that on board for too long, as he just clatters the curb there. He doesn't want to be doing that too many times as well. And keeping the pressure on. We have a yellow flag somewhere. Who that's for? Frowny, maybe. See what is. Yeah, engine damage for Frowny. suspension and bodywork damage on the front as well. He needs to get out of the way. The leaders coming through. He'll be slow. He's in the gravel. It's going to be close between the leaders. Close. He just managed to get out of the way. Needs to get rid of that damage now. Frowney seems to have recovered. He'll stay on the inside line. Needs to let Luke through. Yeah, he just backs out of it. Good awareness there. Brian, 0.1 penalty. Should be able to get rid of that. Aussie Rooster in 7th. Timmy's pitted. 7% fuel left for Timmy. So long stop as we see. Luke again decides to stay out, and actually Frowney doesn't want to get lapped too easy. On the back of Luke there. Jimmy's going to come out towards the lead. It's not a position he wants to be in, fighting with someone he's not really in a race with. He wants to get a clear track ahead of him. Osman comes into the pits with 1%. Timmy and Banyo super soft again. See him to his next pit stop. Work on this lap. So he's pulled away from Frowney, so that will be good news for him. He's actually on a purple lap now, so Luke, he tried this in the first stint, late staying out and going for a lap. Looks like he's going to try it again. Looks like it might work if he gets the parabolic out correct. Yeah, gets the car stopped, gets it turned in nice, runs the car out. He wants to try and push this as much as he can before he comes into the pit. And he's in. He's going board with Timmy. Still got Lee Fitzy behind him. I'm hoping that he doesn't come out behind Luke, because he's going to have to pull in the pressure as Luke's good to him for all of this race. So Luke's still in the pits. Comes out now. He's released. Let's see where Timmy is. Timmy, Luke's done him in the pits. He's going to be tight coming down with his first chicane. Timmy's going to break around the outside. Luke's done it. Great lap from Luke. He actually gets another penalty. That's a 1 second time penalty he's going to have to try and get rid of, but he's got Timmy right on the back of him now. Manages to undercut Timmy. Set a very quick sector times. Oh, he just cuts the curb again, trying to get used to them tyres. Timmy will be hoping to keep the pressure on as Luke's done to him, but he's had very good pace, Timmy, we've seen. I wonder if the roles will be reversed if Timmy tries to undercut in the next stint, or does he try and get past Luke now? Car. He'll be hoping that he's able to get through this, back into first, but he needs to be closer into Parabolica, which gets the car nice and turned in there. Car just balancing on the nose as he broke his lately dead. Now he's in the tow as Lee Fitzy comes into pit. So Timmy in the tow, pulled out from behind. That was easy. So Timmy gets back into what is on track is second, but once Moz pits, it's net first. So that was quite easy for Timmy down the straights there. Don't know what the horsepower difference is, or was that just the tow? As he sets the fastest lap. The fastest first sector. So Luke's got it all to do again after driving that in lap so perfect. He now finds himself back behind Timmy. Timmy now tries to close on Moz, who hasn't done his second stop yet. He's running this one quite long. He's not dropped off the pace, Moz. 32 nines, 33 threes through in there. So he's not too far off these guys' pace, but these have pitted. I think we'll see Moz in this lap. Doesn't want to lose too much time to the guys he's battling with, Chris and Lee. But he's going to go for another lap. Let's see what this lap time is. 33.2, so again, not that far off his lap times as Moz. Timmy does a 32.4 though. So fastest lap of the race, 32.442. Chris in fourth. Was third, had an off that we didn't see on camera, but he lost third and dropped behind Lee and Moz. Now he's trying to recover. Lee has made a pit stop, so he's trying to close back in on Chris. Moz might come in between these guys. I think he'll come out just behind Chris. Real Osman as well. For a difficult start, he seems to have found himself in a lonely sixth. Aussie Rooster. Been in seventh for most of this race. Frowney and Brian have had the battles, but Frowney seems to be ahead there. Stu Shelton. Moz actually coming up onto the back of Rossi. Timmy. BJG 94. We'll be leading this race once Moz pits, but when Moz comes in, we don't know, it could be this lap. It's not going to be this lap. We're going to run this one really long as Moz, but can't grumble when he's setting lap time that consistent as that. He doesn't want to be ruining his rhythm. See Frowney just coming out of the pits in between Timmy and Luke. It's not where Luke wants him to be. It's actually Ghost, and Luke's going to try and get past Frowney. Frowney's still ghosting up to it. Timmy number 32.4 on that last lap, just starting to edge away from Luke. Moz, we've seen Moz's lap times as he actually closes in on Brian now to lap him. Left rear looks like it's took a bit more punishment. Timmy just weaves off line. Moz running out of fuel. Wants to be careful. We've seen that the last pit stop he made, he was on 0%. So should definitely see Moz in this lap. I think he'll be happy with that that stint he's done there. Good 8 laps. Lap time is very consistent. He's done really well as Moz. He'll be battling for that last position on the podium. But he's got a battle behind him between Timmy and Luke that has been ranging on all through this race for first. And with 22 minutes remaining, I don't think it'll be over. As Moz comes into the pits, 0% fuel again, timed to perfection. And I think he'll come out just behind Chris. He fills the car up for the last 20 minutes. As Chris actually pits, so the prediction's wrong anyway. So look for that, Chris. And the number 12 car, another Welshman. Moz, another Welshman pulls out. Lee, another Welshman comes past him. Moz is exiting the pits there. Welshman just love chocolate, I'm guessing. They seem to be in their own liveries. Flattens the curb again. Being very aggressive through that Rogier chicane as Luke. Just pushing the car to its limit. 32.6. He's gained 4/10 on Timmy, so. Ooh, as he gets sideways over the gravel there, just keeps the car in a straight line, pushing the car to its limit now. Moz back out in third place, 1.5, 1.6 ahead of Lee now. So maybe this lap just getting back into his rhythm, just get the tyres back up to temperature. He's saying what lap times he can do, so should be very happy. might be able to push again. Maybe try and close the gap to the leaders if they have to do a pit stop and he can run long. We might see Moz come into the battle for the lead in this race in the last few laps. Luke 32.8, Jimmy 32.5. These guys have been running 32s for a few laps of this race. Been very quick. Set the race pace. Disappeared on the run at the front. See Moz, Lee Fitzy, getting closer together now. Chris coming round Parabolica. He's made a pit stop. Osman still on his own. Aussie Rooster 16 seconds. 40 seconds ahead of Brian, who has Frowny 2.4 behind him. Stu Sheldon. We'll give him some camera time. Setting decent lap times, so I think he'll be happy with his race. So let's have a look at the guys' last laps. Brian, I'm guessing after the pit stop. Stu Sheldon 34.7. You can see the gap's just varying. There's a 1 second between Luke and Timmy. 31.0 for Lee in the middle sector. Luke 30.8, so yeah. These guys are pushing now. Timmy looks like he might come under a bit of pressure again from Luke as Luke tries to push. Moz just getting back into the rhythm on them tyres, but Lee's going to take advantage of that. He's not going to leave this one. He wants that third place. These guys are going through the first chicane there. Lee just tries to slow the car down. He had looked like he had a bit of understeer in mid corner. Just tries to get the car tight to the curb. Luke goes in again. Another penalty. I think that's just the aggression he shows through that Rozier chicane, which has made him so quick, but it's come with its penalties. Half a second, well, 4/10 in that middle sector purple. Very quick charging again, Luke. Wants to put the pressure on. Just tries to get rid of that penalty as well in the braking zones. I think that's why he drops off a little bit. Consistent as well. Timmy 32.9, Luke 32.42. So trading fastest lap, these two guys. Luke takes a lot of the curb as well there. These guys have been very good through that first corner. I've seen that they both take a similar line. Got a good drive off. You see Timmy trying to react to the fact that he's seen Luke go for fastest lap. He wants that fastest lap back. Moz back in the 33s. Lee Fitzy looks like he's off. Looks like he's had an off. He's lost 11 seconds to Moz. Was right on the back of him. Actually, Chris Nerve's actually coming back into the fight now after his earlier off. Nearly 3.7 seconds behind Lee. So we'll see what Chris can do in fifth. I think he'll be happy with his race apart from the one off that he's had. The Aussie Rooster does a 10 lap stint this time. Be his last pit stop, I reckon. Moz third, Luke. These guys are close again. Luke just tried to look around the outside. Timmy closes the inside line and Luke doesn't want to go around the outside. Just takes a racing line. I think it was so easy for Luke to try and force a move, but he's been very patient. He hasn't had enough. He's just biding his time, trying to find out where he can be quicker. And I think it's his second chicane. As we say, he's very aggressive, but he gets a good line out. Closes the gap to Timmy. Oh, Timmy's made a mistake. That's the first mistake we've seen from Timmy all night. Gifted Luke the lead. It's so unfortunate from Timmy. He's drove a great race from now. Now Timmy's got all the work to do now. Luke will be liking being in first. Hasn't really seen it this race, but we know he's quick. Osman's in the pits now. So, Timmy comes into the pits. Try something different. He's going to try and do what Luke's done on him. Put some new tyres on, fill the car up. Push for a lap. He's going to try and get the undercut, but we're saying Luke's done the overcut. I wrongly said the undercut earlier in the race, so I apologise. So, Luke again stays out. Timmy, 86%. Yeah, it should be, with 13 minutes remaining. Moz comes out. Timmy, so it might have been a bit closer, but Moz back in the consistency. Oh, he gets a big old chunk of overstay and a good chunk of opposite lock to try and correct it, and he does well. His limited edition Snickers livery. Oh, Lee Fitz, he's had a moment on the grass. Chris Nerve's going to come past him. Going to go side by side through Curve Grande. Chris gets it done. Yeah, it's a good move. But actually, Lee's going to have another look. So, from what was 4th place for Lee, it's 5th place, and he's going to have to chase down Chris. At the front, 23.5 seconds. We see Luke come in. Super Tough tyres are going off, and I'm guessing the Super Tough tyres will be coming back on. 21%. Timmy knows he has to push now. Got his head down, gets through Parabolica. Luke actually puts a bit less fuel in. Not as much as what Timmy put in, and it looks like it's got him quite a big gap. Yeah, Luke's come out way ahead of Timmy. Timmy had a slow lap, 33.9. Yeah. Luke's 6.8 seconds ahead of Timmy. We've seen that gap. Hasn't been that all race. Been 0.8, 0.9 for an average most of the race. As Luke comes up onto the back of another backpacker, an Aussie Rooster. So now that that gap is now settled down at the front, we can have a look at some of the other guys. I've seen quite a bit of him this race. Chris as well. Lee takes 2/10 off his own lap time in the first sector. He's behind Brian. Osman as well. Second penalty. 33.6 is the lap time. So he's still in. Seems to be still having good pace. As he Rooster. We got lapped by Luke Mitchell. Over the right hand side, does he? Yeah, over on the left. Luke goes round the outside. No, not quite past him yet. Brownie in the place, number 2. between two guys battling for fourth, which is Chris and Lee. Ryan just behind all this. He's out in the pits again. There's Lee in the pits. This will be his last stop. You can see most of these guys will be making their last pit stop now. Timmy just trying to close that gap. Goes purple. 5.9 seconds off Luke. 10 minutes to go. Timmy's got 5.9 second gap to close down in these last 10 minutes of the race if he wants to take the first win of the season. Round 1 of the SBR Endurance Racing. 7-minute qualifying we had, 60-minute races. I think Brazil might be the shortest. Brazil might be the shortest track on the calendar. We've got Brazil next, Spa, Sardegna C, Nürburgring GP. Nürburgring should be a good track to watch these cars go around. You see, Luke actually pulls out with 32.1. Don't think Timmy will have an answer for that. No, 32.7. So Luke's just pulled out a bit of pace in these last couple of laps. He's found himself in first place after Timmy made a mistake, lost the lead, come into the pits. Luke carried on for a lap and actually came out 6 seconds ahead, is the gap you see now. Moz still in third place. Looks like he's got quite a big gap to Chris. Chris looks like he might have had another off, although he was behind Moz anyway after his earlier off. Lee is the one that's pitted. I think he will try and close the gap to Chris if Chris has to make another pit stop. Depending on what fuel those tyres are. His tyres don't actually look that bad, but his fuel might be pushing it. Still there in the 6th on his own. Pretty boring race apart from the start. Gets rid of his penalty. So 7 minutes 50 seconds remain of this race. It's been a long race for these drivers. Some drivers have had to put up this pressure all race, some have had a boring, lonely race. Timmy had a very entertaining race with Luke, battling for first, but now he finds himself 7-second gap now to make up unless Luke makes a mistake. I can't see Timmy closing that gap. So Chris comes into the pits now. See where he is in relation to Lee. It looks like he's gonna, doesn't need to fill up with too much fuel. Has a decent gap now to Lee, as Lee actually comes down into the first chicane now. See, so yeah, 11-second gap now, late with Chris, and I think Chris will be happy to recover to 4th if he can stay there. Lee in 5th as well. See what times these guys are doing. Timmy hasn't been able to keep up with Luke. Luke is 32.1s now. See what this next lap time is. Probably pretty similar, 31. 32.6, just drops a bit off there. Timmy. 32.6 as well. Fuel burns off. A few of these guys might go quicker, but at the same time the tyre wear's going up. Lee, pretty much, these tyres look in a better condition than Chris's, I have to say. So Chris has just come into the pits. Real Osman picks up another penalty. He won't mind though. That a race of his own. The only guy he's at the fight is himself. So he just wants to stay. Consistent, stay on track, not make too many mistakes. He's got a buffer to Aussie behind, so he doesn't need to push. He's got no pressure. Lee trying to close the gap in on Chris in these last 5 minutes. On board with Timmy. I think Timmy will be disappointed with his race in this last half, but he's drove some really good lap times. Absorbed the pressure from Luke for most of the race and just made a tiny mistake and just put him on the back foot. Luke's been, I think, a standout driver from losing first at the start, putting all the pressure on Timmy for all of this race, and it's found himself in first with quite a good buffer to the car behind. I think as these races go on, we'll see a few guys hopefully joining the front. I want to see more people battling for first, a few people battling for third. People are going to be watching these races. The last few laps now. 33.1 for Lee, I think. Is that his best lap time for the race yet? Personal best. So we're starting to see the fuel burn off. Guys pushing to try and make up some time in these last couple of laps to see if something will happen their way. Timmy's got an answer for this. Be happy with second place. Real Osman comes into pits. Aussie Rooster, haven't seen much of him this race. I haven't given him much camera time, but doesn't mean necessarily a bad thing. On his own in 7th, I think they'll be happy with that. Good driver. One of the likely guys around the paddock. Just to keep everyone on their toes. Closing in on Chris, but 9 seconds to do in 2 minutes. Moz looks like he's going a bit slower now. Seems to have backed off a little bit. Timmy still pushing as he has done all race, same as Luke. These two guys have been the class of the field today. Moz did well in the second stint when he was leading the race, setting very consistent lap times actually. Fuel doesn't look too great there. We have to hope they'll be able to get to the end. Not long left now. First race of this new championship. Try and get more people to watch this race. My first race doing live commentary, so I hope I haven't been too boring. I'm sure a few of you will say anyway. See with a few of the drivers that watch this back and tell us how boring I am. I can't help it. So, quick run down the order. Luke in first, fastest lap as well. Timmy in second. Moz in third. Chris Nerve, being an average driver this race, made a mistake earlier on, but other than that, good race from him. Lee Fitzy, being quick in parts, a couple of issues, but yeah, again another driver will be happy I think. Osman didn't get off the grid, but once he got off the grid, his lap times have been very consistent and very quick. Aussie Rooster First to pit on lap 8. Just getting used to the strategy. He wants to make a livery for the next race as well. Stop being so lazy and make your own. Yeah, 7th place from Aussie Rooster anyway. Drove well. Frowny had a battle with Rossi actually. As I say that, Rossi's 1.5 seconds behind him with Chris coming up to lap them. Rossi there. Posted 34s, it looks like he's been in 35, so not on race pace but still quite good as we go on board with Luke, who starts his final lap. 11.4 second back to Timmy. It's pulled away from Timmy, and I think Timmy's just settled for second. Still good points. So Aussie Rooster crosses the line. That's his race done. 7th place. Good race from Aussie Rooster. Moz has actually crossed the line as well, 3rd. Chris is going to come across the line in 4th. Frowny finishes 8th. Yep, good race from Chris. He'll be happy. Brian finishes 9th. Lee Fitzy comes across the line. 5th for Lee Fitzy. Osman, a few bits back, but go on board with Luke. Really quick, consistent race from Luke, put the pressure on. He's got his first place back from the start. Strategies helped him out as well. Got overcut a couple of times. But Luke rounds the final corner of Parabolica. Lets the car run out very wide, doesn't want to make a mistake now. But Luke comes across the line, takes the first win of the season. A very good race from Luke. Timmy gets the car sideways. He must have known the camera was going on in there. He gets the car sideways again. Timmy, I think he'd be disappointed but happy at the same time that he's managed to finish in 2nd. So first race of this championship. I think the guys will be very happy with that. So Luke Mitchell takes the win, pole position, fastest lap. Triple there. So it's a quick run through the race results. Luke Mitchell, first place. Timmy, 15 seconds off him in the end in 2nd. Moz a lap down in 3rd, but drove really well. Chris in 4th. Lee Fitzy managed to close the gap to 7.5 seconds in the end. Not close enough, but still a good race from Lee, I have to say. Real Osman 6th. Aussie Rooster 7th. Frowny 8th. Rossi BFC 84 in 9th. And Stu Shelton did well to carry on and finish in 10th. Fastest lap from Luke on lap 32.1. Yeah, these guys, yeah, as we see the lap chart, Luke just getting the position there. So first race of this new season. It's been an entertaining one, I have to say, for 60 minutes, but want to see it a little bit better next week. A few more guys battling for a few positions. Maybe even a couple more guys battling for wins, podiums. A few of the guys that finished in 600. Don't get too downhearted. It was the first race of the championship. Stu Shelton as well. He carried on. So a few guys there. Run through the cars. 919, R18, 919. The Toyotas. So 3 different types of cars. Lots of different liveries. Most of them chocolate. So that's the end of 60 minutes, 7-minute qualifying. So join us again next week where we'll be at Interlagos, Brazil. Hopefully we can bring you another good race. Thanks for watching.